Boys, welcome back to a brand new video, and today we got some important things to talk about. Good amount of them including money making methods and different things to do in Forza Horizon 5 to make money, but there's also a few things I want to cover that I know people are doing right now that I really want to strongly advise you against, because Forza's done some tricky things that they haven't exactly told the public about. So I'm pretty much making a clarification video mixed in with a bit of money making method. So anyways, let's get to the festival so that I can start explaining the first couple steps of this method here, or whatever you want to call it. So the first thing I wanted to talk about today is something I've seen a lot of comments around on previous videos very recently, and it's pretty much the Unicorn V2 here. Because if you don't know, this used to be a $20 million car, and then it fell down to like 10 million, but then it went back up to 20 million because it's a pretty rare car. If we take a look here in the car collection, as you can see, you can only get it from seasonal events, festival playlists, or the shop. In other words, Forza has to essentially purposefully add it to the game in one of those matters again in order to get it. So there's a finite set amount of them that are currently in the game, which makes this a very rare vehicle. And the reason it's pretty sought after is, first of all, because it's rare, but if you come to the perk tree here, as you can see, it has a skill multiplier of 8, which is actually the highest in the game. Well, other than the Peel that has a 9, but you can't really do a whole lot with that car to build up the multiplier. This is the next highest after that, which makes this car very sought after, and then it being combined with it being rare. But what Forza has done, this car hasn't been released in a very, very long time. So in theory, when a car is super rare and people buy them as soon as they go on the auction house, people really want the car, and it hasn't been available for super long, the price tends to rise up until it hits a price that either people are no longer willing to buy it above that, it kind of plateaus. But the weird thing with this is Forza hasn't said anything about it, but they very hard stopped the price from rising for reasons that we don't know, other than the fact that they don't really know how to manage their game. They're apparently trying to make everyone as annoyed as possible with their game. But as you can see, if we go ahead and try to sell this car, it only sells for 1.7 million, which is actually the same amount or even a little lower than it did maybe a month ago when I told you guys to start buying these. This is about the same price it was, and I figured this price is going to rise back up to 20 million because this car has been at 20 million several times before. But for whatever reason, Forza has stopped it from being able to go past that. So unless you're able to sell any car in the game for 20 million, I would advise you guys to stop buying this, because it looks like the price is just hard stop. For whatever reason, Forza has come to the conclusion that they don't want people to be able to sell this for any more than 1.7. Maybe they caught on to me giving you guys these investment opportunities and they realized how good of a one this was. I don't know. That's the best conclusion I've been able to come to, but I do have to warn you guys to stop buying this car because the price isn't rising on it for whatever reason. It technically should be a very good money-making method, but Forza has yet again done us all in. No one knows why. They don't really like their community, I guess. Anyways, let's get to the next part of this video. And the next part of this video is actually when you guys are going to be seeing it. This is going to be uploaded when these cars here are being released. And as you can see here, some people have already managed to get their hands on this car. Lord knows how. If I figure out, obviously I'm gonna make a video on it. But for the meantime, this one car, obviously the Aventador SVJ, we've already had this car. I'm gonna talk about that after. But in the way of the 650S Spider, this is gonna be a very, very good opportunity for you guys. If you're looking to hit Legendary Painter or Legendary Tuner, you're gonna wanna get your hands on this car as early as possible. If you already have one, what you want to start doing is making as many tunes and designs as possible and keep upgrading them, because as more and more people get this car throughout the next week, they're going to be going to find tuning setups and hopefully downloading yours right off the bat with this car. This is what you want to try to do every week. You want to figure out how to get the car as early as possible. And I'm still trying to personally figure out a way to get the cars as fast as possible for you guys so I can help out. I've been looking in the auction house for this car. I really don't know how they have their hands on it just yet. I have to imagine there's a little bit of tomfoolery at play here. Anyways, once I figure it out, I will let you know. But get it as fast as possible, whether that be buying it in the auction house or doing the actual event to unlock it. and make as many tunes as possible, because this is a new car and this is what you should be doing with every new car. Anyways, in the terms of making money now, I'm going to talk about it a little bit. As we can see, the Aventador SVJ is also re-releasing. So if we go and take a look at that in the auction house, we can see that people are trying to sell these still as fast as possible. And I can guarantee you by the time you're seeing this video and the car is becoming more and more widespread, this price is going to begin to drop. People have been selling this car as fast as possible because first of all, there's a lot in this game. People have their hands on a lot of this car, so they're really trying to offload this, because when they re-release, I'm gonna believe that this price is probably gonna drop down from like around 10 to 12 million. So when the price does eventually drop down to that, that's an excellent opportunity. It still is an excellent opportunity for you right now to be doing this, but set your buyout price to 6 or 7 million and try and get as many of these as possible, because the nice thing about this car is its lowest buyout price is well under $1 million. So you can get it quite a few, hopefully, with depending on your budget, and then you wait probably about a week or two after this car is released again. People love the SVJ. The price is absolutely going to go back up to 20 million unless Forza happens to do what they did with the Unicorn, but that's the only car we've seen that with, so I would bank on that probably not happening. Auction snipe for this car, lots of people are going to be selling it as they see the price dropping. They don't really think long term on things like this, so it's going to be a really excellent opportunity for you guys here to make some money. And then a fun little thing, no one's doing this right now. First of all, these cars aren't selling fast. They're selling like probably within a couple minutes, but they're not selling within seconds. As you can see, the NSX here, the Honda, I'm going to show you where it is in the festival right now. People are able to earn this car, so that's dropped its price from 20 million all the way down to like 2.2, which is why there's none really on the auction house for this car, because people, as you can see, legendary tuners can still sell them for 20 million. Don't get tricked. I almost fell for that. Set your buyout price here to like 3 or 4 million credits just to be safe, and search for this car, because as soon as this month is over and they refresh all of the festival, this car's price is going to skyrocket back up to 20 million. People love this car. It's super rare, and even though it's in the festival, it's still hard to get because it's not one of the weekly ones. It's one of the overall monthly cars to earn, which are generally a little harder to get. So it has driven the price down quite a bit, and people aren't really willing to sell them for 2.2 million. But when they are putting up for sale, no one's really buying them right away. As you can see, you're able to get them. The price is going to shoot up on these to 20 million. Absolutely. So go and get as many of these as possible, or you have the budget for. Anyways, boys, that's going to do it for this one. On the next video, I'm looking at doing a rarest cars in Forza Horizon 5, because I haven't done one of those in a little while, and it's changed quite a bit. So you can be expecting that soon, sometime within the next couple days after this is posted. Anyways, if you made it through to the end, let me know down below. As always, we'll see you boys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.